simple but hopefully pretty little card. Now I've got some papers or cardstock here that's from Hunky Dory, and I've got this gorgeous pink polka dot. I've got the lovely plain pink, and it's all there adorable scoreable. I've got a little sentiment, I've got a pink envelope, some little crystal, like sparkly little, they're not really gems, they're like little dewdrops. And I've got a little bow. I don't think I'll need that necessarily, but that's got polka dots on it as well. Then I've got some pink polka dot washi tape, and of course stickles. But most importantly, and this is what it came from, the whole idea, is this young lady here. Now this was an image that I printed off by Mo's digital pencil, and I coloured that in using my Copics. I haven't shown you the actual colouring. I thought we'd just do the construction of the card, but it's a really simple little image to colour, and it's really sweet. And I just thought that's such a cute, you know, maybe two or 3 year old, maybe younger, I'm not very good with kids' ages, birthday card. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now originally I was starting off in my head with the plan of making it really simple and literally just a white card with a pink border around this image, place it down. But then I found this pink polka dot Hunky Dory, and I just had to use it. So that's where we're at. Okay, now I'm going to use my pink envelope as a guide for my sizing of my card. So it is just under 4.5. So if I do it 4.25 by 6, and that gives me about 1/4 inch each side of my envelopes. That allows for some height. So we need my card to be, let's think, so it's 4.25, so we need 8.5 by 6. That was difficult. So 8.5 for my polka dots, so that's the length that we need. So let's pop this in and measure out 8.5 inches. That's our 8.5, so then we need to turn it and make it 6. Oh, I always get so confused. So that's going to fold in half, so 6 that way. Because it's almost a square, it's really hard to make sure that you're doing it the right size. Okay, so 6 inches here. And obviously if you've got a patterned cardstock where the pattern matters, make sure that it goes the correct direction. So then we need to score this and fold that in half, so I'll do that shortly. But before we do that, since we've got this out, we want to cut our border for our little lady, and I've got this gorgeous adorable scoreable pink cardstock, and I don't want a massive border. So she is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Oh, not even that. So if we did her to just gone the right, let's do the short side first because that's the side we're going to need, and I'm getting myself confused with the measurements. Okay, so I want an 1/8 under 3 inches, so 2 7/8. So I'm going to do that along this long side, and that will just give us an 1/8, I think, around the edge of her. Okay, and then taking this side, and we're going to measure again. Now for this one, it is just about 3 3/4. So again, I want to do a 7/8, but this time 3 7/8. So let's take that up to there. Pop our little thingy down. Make sure it's cut through all right, which it has, and then just double check that that fits. And that's just gorgeous, that fits perfectly. That's that done, and it's nicely scored. So because it's adorable scoreable, it doesn't do the cracking that it used to do, so you've got a nice clean edge on that, no problems at all. Now I'm going to just work on the inside before I do the outside, because I think it's a little bit easier to do. Let's check. So that's going to fit in nicely in there. So now I just want to put, I've got my sentiment, which is going to go, say, here, Let's move this little fella out of the way a minute. So that's like that, and the sentiment there, and I wanted some of my dotty paper at the bottom, like so. Now that width's pretty good, but I think that looks quite sweet. So let's just turn that over again, and then mark with a pencil where that comes to, and then just pop that through. So it's going to be a nice quick card. Okay, and which piece is it? Okay, so I think we actually have finished with the cutter now. Yep, it's the other bit, of course, isn't it always? Right, so that's going to go like that. So let's stick those 3 pieces together first, and then I'm going to use my Scotch adhesive, and just pop that in place, and then this will give a nice strong hold, and it also gives us the opportunity to wriggle it into place if we needed to. Whoops. There we go. And then taking our sentiment and doing that as well. I think it is nice just adding that little something on the card, unless you're going to be doing deliberately a plain card. I think it looks nice. Okay, so that's our inside done. Hopefully we're not going to stick the inside and outside together now. So I'm just going to run along the spine now, just to sharpen that crease, because when you do that it helps hold it closed. So while we're working on the front, hopefully that will make a bit of difference. Okay, hasn't moved, that's good. Okay, so next I'm going to stick my little girl together onto the card base, so just very lightly, just a few dots of glue. Okay. Right, so making sure we position it correctly. And again, another advantage of having the wet adhesive, I guess, is because we can move it around a bit. Now, you know, I could have used my glue gel, but I've got Scotch and I do like that. And it's quite an instant bond. It doesn't take as long to set as the glue gel. So I thought I'd find that. Okay, so then we're going to take her and pop her in the middle, but just a tiny bit high. Not because we're putting a sentiment or anything on, because that's on the inside. And the other thing I like to make sure is that my dots around the edge are kind of similar. So the top and bottom here, you can see there's like a line of dots there and a line of dots there that are pretty whole. And then each side, there's kind of like half a set. I would hate it if it's kind of like this, where you've got half a set this side and then a whole set that side. Again, I know I say it a lot, but to me that's kind of one of the details that make the difference between homemade to handmade, for want of a better description. Maybe people think I'm fussy, but I just think it makes a big difference, that sort of thing. Because if you have like 10 little things like that, it really can add up and make a difference. So we're going to stick this down now to, I think it was about there, wasn't it? So we had our dots, half a dot on the side, 2 whole dots at the top and bottom, and that looks about correct. Okay, so I'm just holding it down in the corners for a few minutes, because I find with this adhesive sometimes the corners just pop. Okay, so now I finished with the gluing, so I'm just looking at what I wanted to do was use some of this washi tape, and I just wanted to put it, I'm not quite sure where really, I'm just kind of fiddling. I was thinking maybe a piece there and then at the bottom, so let's have a look what we think. I think the beauty is that it can be peeled off, so I'm not sticking it down properly yet because I'm not sure what I want. I'm not sure about that piece. It's just a little bit high. Let's try that. I think that's better. And the next thing is, do I want a little bit on the side? Okay. I don't like that. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I don't want the fourth piece, so I'm going to stick those down. This is kind of all new to me, this washi tape stuff, so it's quite good fun. And I'm just thinking whether I want the bow on there or not. I don't want it on her hair, anything like that. To be honest, I don't think I want it at all. Actually, I don't think it works for what I'm after. I do think it would look cute to put a few of these little crystals in her hair and also a couple just down in the corner here. I think going across, or do I think going up? I think I'll do one in each corner. No. Oh. No, I'll just... Oh, decisions. Right, I'll do the 3 in the corner that I know I want. And I think I want them crossways. I'm not very decisive, am I? Okay, so which size do I want? This size here. It's kind of the... I'm going to use the dots, oops, that are there in the paper. That there. And then another one. Pop that. Oh no, that's a different size. Grab him quickly. Uh-oh, one inside. I thought those 2 rows were the same, but they're not. They're very slightly different. Okay. And then we will now take that smaller one, I think. No, I don't like it. It looks funny. Today is not what I'm in the mood for. Okay, so I think that looks really pretty. I don't think I want any more in the corners now I've put that on. I like that, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to put some glitter glue on her dress, on her tutu here, and in her hair here. And then I'll use some of these. I'll put some of these in as well, just to make it look real pretty. So I'm going to use stickles, of course. So let's just do a little bit on her hair. Oh, not on her hair, on her band here. And then on her little clips. And then onto her little tutu. And this I'm doing kind of more random, like little swirls and bobs, so it looks more in keeping, and definitely thicker around that edge, so that it really, I know it dries flat, but, and I think it might look quite sweet to have some on her shoes or not. Decisions. Just a little. Very thin amount on her little shoe. There we go. So that's pretty. Okay, and then on her hair, I'm just going to take these little I can't speak, sorry, dewdrops, and I'm going to put those in, and they don't show particularly, but they are just going to give it some dimension and a little bit more glitter. If I can separate those two, that's better. There. And then one smaller one. So that just gives it a little bit of extra something on there, I think. It looks really pretty. And I think we're done. So there we go. So it's just a really simple but pretty girly card. I don't think you can go wrong. And this was really, I quite often sit and just colour some images, and I have a little box that I put them in, and I had this one sitting around, and I'd got some new washi tape because I hadn't really got into it until recently, and I was looking through because I was thinking in my head that it would just look really pretty to have the washi tape with it somehow, and I kind of had this vague idea in my head of looking like it stuck the mat down, and then I came across this, and then when I was looking for my pink cardstock and I was going to reverse it, I was going to have the pink on the inside, I came across the matte pink, this one here, but then I was looking through for something else in my stack, which I can't remember what for now. Oh, the white, the base cardstock, and I saw this pink polka dot, and that was it. Because I'd chosen this polka dot, and I thought, oh, that's just, it's meant to be. And so instead of doing it white, this was going to be white with just pink and white there, which I think would look really effective, and I think I am going to do something like that. I've got a little giraffe or a lion or something like that, a cute image that I might colour up and use in that way. But anyway, I just looked through a few bits and pieces and to embellish it, but to keep it quite simple, found a nice sentiment, and there you go. Now you could add a few little gems in here if you wanted. I think it looks fine as it is. And so there we go. It just, I think, looks really pretty. I'm really pleased. As I say, this is new to me, this washi tape, and I'm just trying to think of ways to use it, and I sort of, as I said, had this idea in my head, and I'm pleased with how it turned out, so I hope you like it as well. I'd love to hear your comments, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!